We used to take these bags, these red bags that usually held oranges, but obviously we would empty those out and we would go out at night. Hello everyone, this is Ronan Blue, just taking my daily walk here today. A little bit of construction in the background going on, but today's topic would be on your side hustles. A big reason why a lot of people actually have these side hustles is to get out of debt, or to get out of debt even quicker, and to save their money as well more quickly, and just to do more fun things in life that maybe they can't afford to do with the current job that they have. So there's a number of reasons why people have these types of side hustles, and today what I like to do is discuss a lot of those side hustles out there. But what's pretty awesome about these side hustles is that some people actually get to the point where it starts off as a hobby and it generates a little bit of money, but actually turns out to be something great for them. And some of them actually quit their full-time positions to follow their passions for what they have developed within their side hustles. But a lot of those side hustles are not very easy to start because you need some monetary capital to start them out. So, but there's ones you can actually start off just for free, and it's just an exchange of your time for money. But of course, many of us want to make that extra money. All of us do, but a lot of us just don't know how to, or is willing to make certain sacrifices so they could make more money for themselves. You may have heard of different kinds of solutions out there, like taking surveys, and we think no, you could never make any money off of that, but there's actually a lot of people who do make a lot of money off doing those surveys. In the majority of cases, what people do to make that extra income off of a side hustle is by getting a part-time job. It might be kind of strenuous for some people, but it definitely isn't glamorous, but it's a really good way to gain that side income for sure. And you don't need any sort of specialization for a lot of them as well. Some of them it's on contract as well, but it all depends on you and what your comfort level would be for getting that part-time job. You could also do freelance writing as well if you want to become a blogger. And all you need there is if you have a computer, you can easily become a writer. As long as you're creative and you're good at writing and potentially speaking later on as well, then blogging is a great way to get that side income as well. So it does take a bit of effort to start off a blog, but with effort, with time and effort, a lot of bloggers are known to make a steady monthly income as well, and some bloggers are multimillionaires today. And it's all about just monetizing your website and using the right platforms. There's a whole bunch of platforms out there, like WordPress.com, or there's Squarespace.com, and there's a whole bunch of other sites you can use. But it does cost, there are some monthly fees that you need to pay for, but it might be worth it in the longer term, especially if you know that your blog is slowly becoming popular. By having a blog, you also have that freedom to express what your interest would be to others, and it also filters out the audience as well, between those who are interested in what you have to say and, well, those that aren't. So it becomes somewhat of a bubble that you create, and it's in a way very therapeutical as well. And it's a platform where you can really gather a whole bunch of people from not only your local area but around the world, so you can have these great conversations with those that have similar experiences with you for whatever topic that you speak of. Another popular side hustle would be by walking dogs, and you definitely don't need anything to start that. And also what's good about it is the pet owners usually provide the food and equipment as well. So in most cases, all you need is a nice pair of shoes and a healthy body, and you'll get the exercise as well by walking those dogs. You'll be able to find a lot of listings online asking for pet walkers, and you can go to resources like Craigslist and just browse around, and you just have to give them a call and start working right away if you wanted to. What you can also do is you can create your own advertisements on Craigslist as well, and say that you know, you can list out your prices and the times available, and I'm sure a lot of people will get you to use your services, because there's a lot of people who do have those dogs at home, and you know, the dogs get bored and the owners just don't have any time to walk the dogs. Another side hustle that a lot of people do would be by mowing lawns and doing some yard work. Now if you mow your lawns today yourself, you already have the equipment to just go over to your neighbor's place and start mowing their lawns or taking care of their yard, whatever equipment that you have available. It's a great way to also get a lot of exercise and, you know, get that fresh air. And but the problem with mowing lawns is there is a lot of competition for it, because a lot of people do it, but you may want to start small by starting from your own neighborhood. I used to actually mow lawns as well for our neighbors back when I was in junior high school, and it was a great way to make money back then, for simply just bring your lawnmower over and mowing their lawn. And I see a lot of kids doing that as well, but nothing has changed, I guess, in the last 30 years. This is still something that a lot of people do to get that extra money. The hustle you may want to look at is babysitting. So that's pretty popular as well, and it's really hard to find a good babysitter nowadays. And you can set up just the evenings or the weekends whenever you're free, and I'm sure a lot of people would pick up on the idea of having you come over to their house so they can spend time on their own to do some things that entertain themselves. And a lot of the parents, what they do is they provide some food for you as well, so you don't have to pay for food, and also you don't have to bring over toys or anything. All of that is supplied for you, and you just have to really be a good babysitter by just taking care of the kids and building that reputation with other parents, and then starting yourself a mini business there as well to make some money on the side. There are those who do take those surveys, and they do make money off of them. So it really depends on the company that you use. I mean, there's good companies and bad companies. You want to do your due diligence for that. But if you do come across a really good company, you're looking at that company paying you quite well for taking those surveys. And taking those surveys, you can do it straight from home, and it just takes a little bit of time. Just sit in front of your desk there and to answer a couple of surveys. And although it's not the greatest paying, but it is still something that comes in as a side hustle. It's better than nothing. Think of doing would be by cleaning houses or companies. But for this, sometimes they require you to have your own products. They don't supply the products for you. If you want to start that small business, you can just start by purchasing those cleaning supplies and you know, start small somewhere and gain a reputation, and just go ahead and do so. And I have a buddy of mine who actually does that as well. It's a great way to get some money, and you start really having that mentality of cleaning your own place as well. His place is absolutely spotless ever since he started this small side hustle. It was interesting to see, because he was kind of a dirty guy. Cleaning houses usually does take place during the daytime, but cleaning company offices is usually done during the evenings or on the weekends. So you have that flexibility as well. A friend of mine actually graduated from violin school, and she took the necessary test there to finally graduate. But now she's teaching it as a side job. You know, she teaches it during the evenings and during the weekends. So that's another great way to use your skill set to be able to start a side hustle from that. There might be other side hustles that you may not be aware of, you know, outside of the ones that I just mentioned. Those are the probably more popular side hustles out there that are easy to start. But when I was a kid, there was a golf course just across the street from us, and it was actually across a river, and the golf course actually paid for the balls that were in the water, in the ponds. So what my friends and I used to do is we used to take these bags, these red bags that usually held oranges, but obviously we would empty those out, and we would go out at night and pick out the golf balls out of the water. So we get into our swimming suits there, and by the end of the night we usually were able to fill up the orange bags to full. We would go back to the golf course in the morning, and we would sell the balls back to them. So it was a good arrangement for us as well, and plus it was a good experience to be just outside and having to do it for extra money. And although it was for work for us, it was actually a lot of fun, and because we got to spend our time outside and you know, and look for these golf balls in the water and just collecting them. And plus it's a pretty good incentive for us as young kids to find a way to make extra money, and while having a lot of fun doing so. Another side hustle would be creating a YouTube channel like myself. It's a good way to have some side income going as well. It does take a little bit of dedication to do so, especially with their monetization rules that they have. You essentially need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time to be qualified for the YouTube partnership program. But with a lot of effort, you could probably be able to monetize your channel depending on your content. But then there's always something for somebody out there in the entire world. So the YouTube is kind of like a vast ocean of potential subscribers, and there's a river running through it, and it all depends on how you want to use that river. But starting off YouTube, you obviously do need a video camera, but you need some good speakers as well, and just being able to talk in front of the camera as well. But the speaking part is all about practice. Some people like myself didn't really start off too well, but now I'm able to articulate my conversations a little better than when I first started. But it actually is getting better and better. So I find that I'm more comfortable in talking to a camera, and it's a great experience as well. For those that do have a camera, another option would be by taking pictures, using your camera to go out and take as many beautiful sceneries as possible, and seeing whether or not you can sell those pictures as well. I mean, it's a highly competitive industry, but there are a lot of people who would pay for your pictures that you take. So there's a number of sites where you just simply upload your pictures, and they have certain rules that you need to follow. And as long as those rules are followed and the picture looks great, people will pay for your pictures. So that's another alternative as well as a side hustle. There's a lot of different ways for you to find a side hustle or start a side hustle. And if you look at your own unique skill sets, and you may want to find a way where you can utilize them in creating more income. What I challenge you to do is to maybe look at yourself and see any unique skill sets that you have, and write them down on a piece of paper. And once you do, you just have to evaluate each of those points that you wrote down and see if it's within your interest to find a way to monetize it somehow. And you never know, it might turn out to be something later in the future. Well, I think I end my vlog here today. Tell me what you think of all of the side hustles mentioned today in my vlog. Maybe you have some ideas of your own that you can mention. Please do so. If you like this vlog, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more of my coming content here. Thank you for watching my vlog. Be free, gain wealth, and travel far.